guys, and welcome to your science lesson with Miss Kristensen. This week in science, our objective is to identify events that have repeating patterns, such as the seasons. Last week, we learned about the different types of weather that we know and how the weather affects our daily lives. Take a moment now and tell the adult with you a type of weather that you learned about last week. You can use the sentence stem. One type of weather is... This week, we're going to take a closer look at the seasons. There are 4 of them. The 4 seasons are winter, spring, summer, and fall. Let's start with winter. Winter is the season of the year after fall. It is the coldest season of the year. In some places, it can get cold enough to snow. In these places, many trees and bushes have no leaves at all. Spring is the season of the year after winter. In spring, the air gets warmer and sometimes wetter so that plants begin to grow. Summer is the season of the year after spring. Summer is the warmest time of year in most places. During summer, trees and plants have lots of leaves. Fall is the season of the year after spring. During fall, the air gets cooler. The leaves of some trees change color and fall off, and some plants stop growing and sometimes die. Nature is all around us, and if you take a close look at nature, you can find clues to let you know what season we're in. Today I took a walk outside, and I found lots of evidence indicating that it was spring. Here's some of the evidence that I found. Plants sprouting, flowers blooming, and wet grass. I was even able to observe a bee pollinating a flower and lots of cool bugs and lizards. The seasons are a repeating pattern. It takes a whole year, that's 365 days, for us to go through all 4 seasons. The order of the seasons is always the same: winter, spring, summer, and fall. These seasons repeat in the same order year after year. Winter runs from late December to mid-March. Spring runs from late March to mid-June. Summer runs from mid-June to late September, and fall runs from the end of September to late December. Sometimes the different seasons can bring changes in the weather. You might notice more rain during the springtime because the plants need more water to grow. The seasons are just one example of a repeating pattern. Can you think of any other examples of repeating patterns? Tell the adult that's with you an example of a repeating pattern that you think of. This week, I want you to take a close look at the nature around you and talk about the evidence of spring that you see with the people in your home. Scientist, you have 2 options for your assignment this week. Your first option is to take 2 pictures of yourself dressed for 2 different seasons. You get to pick the season, and props are encouraged. Your second option is to illustrate yourself dressed ready for 2 different seasons, just like you would with the picture, except you're going to illustrate it. Whether you take pictures of yourself or draw pictures of yourself, you'll want to be sure that your parents take a picture or save the picture and send it to your teacher. Our objective in science this week was to identify events that have repeating patterns, such as the seasons. Thanks for watching your weekly science lesson with Miss Kristensen.